In the remote, forested ridges of southwestern Vermont lies a stretch of wilderness that has haunted investigators, hikers, and local residents for decades. Known as the Bennington Triangle, this area between the towns of Bennington, Vermont, Woodford, Vermont, Shaftesbury, Vermont, and Somerset, Vermont is the site of a chilling series of disappearances in the mid-20th century. Between 1945 and 1950, at least 5 people vanished without trace, some from mountain trails, some from bus seats, all leaving behind unanswered questions. What happened to them? And why has this region earned a reputation for swallowing the living? Tonight, we dive deep into the Bennington Triangle, the mysteries, the disappearances, the folklore, and the unanswered truths. The area in question is loosely defined, but many point to the region around the abandoned logging town of Glastenbury, Vermont, and the mountainous terrain surrounding it. Long before these modern vanishings, the land held legends. Local Abenaki folklore spoke of a place where all 4 winds meet, a place of shifting weather and strange lights. Today, hikers traverse the same trails that once claimed experienced woodsmen, college students, and war veterans. But while the natural scenery remains serene, the history remains haunted. Our story begins on November 12, 1945. 74-year-old hunter and guide Midday Rivers ventured into the woods near Long Trail Road and Vermont Route 9 with a small party of hunters. At around 3 p.m., Rivers told his group he would go ahead a short distance and join them for lunch at camp. He never arrived. Extensive searches involving hundreds of volunteers and state guards found nothing, only a rifle cartridge discovered in a stream many months later. A man who knew the woods better than most simply vanished. Just over a year later, on December 1, 1946, 18-year-old Paula Jean Weldon, a sophomore at Bennington College, set off for a hike on the Long Trail. She was last seen by an elderly couple on a curve in the trail near the woods of Bennington. Before they reached the spot, Paula had vanished. No footprints, no tracks, no sighting thereafter. The search included the FBI and statewide resources, yet Paula's fate remains unknown. Her case remains the most infamous in the Bennington Triangle. 3 years later came one of the most baffling disappearances. On December 1, 1949, James Tedford, a 68-year-old World War I veteran from the Bennington Soldiers' Home, boarded a bus in St. Albans bound for Bennington. He was seen by witnesses on the bus, but when it reached Bennington, Tedford was gone. His luggage and a bus timetable remained behind, but he vanished from the moving vehicle. The explanation offered by authorities remains unsatisfactory. How does a man vanish from a bus full of people? The disappearances didn't stop. On October 12, 1950, 8-year-old Paul Jepson was seen playing near his family's truck while his mother briefly attended to pigs. He disappeared, and despite bloodhound trails, vanishing footprints, and extensive search, he was never found. Days later, on October 28, 53-year-old Frida Langer went hiking with her cousin near the Somerset Reservoir. She slipped into a stream, said she would return to camp to change clothes, and then vanished. Her body was discovered 6 months later in a region that had been searched many times before. In total, at least 5 people vanished in this region in less than 5 years, an unprecedented pattern of loss. Each disappearance triggered search parties, state troopers, volunteers, National Guard units, even the FBI. In every case, trails ended abruptly, clues vanished, and families left without answers. Investigators noted the terrain: steep slopes, dense forests, rapidly changing weather. Searchers reported that in some places the woods felt unnatural. Sounds seemed dampened, compasses spun, hikers became disoriented. Despite the efforts, only one body, Frida Langer's, was ever recovered, and even that offered no cause of death. The Bennington Triangle remains one of America's most persistent cold case regions. With so many unexplained vanishings in a small area, folklore and speculation took hold. Some locals claimed sightings of a large hairy creature, akin to Bigfoot, roaming the woods. Native Abenaki legends suggested the mountains were cursed, a place where spirits lingered and the winds shifted without warning. Other theories ranged from UFO abductions to secret government experiments. While none hold up under scrutiny, their survival speaks to how unsettled the story remains. What connects these cases? Several factors: the remote wilderness, unpredictable weather, lack of proper search infrastructure at the time. Some suggest animal predation, accidents, or simple misadventure. Others point to more disturbing possibilities: human predators, cults, or natural anomalies. Whatever the cause, the pattern remains: disappearance without a trace, in daylight or under cover of forest, leaving loved ones with questions and no answers. Today, hikers still trek these trails. The towns remember. The case is still open. The legend endures. In 1947, the experiences of Paula Weldon's disappearance contributed to the formation of the Vermont State Police, a lasting institutional change born from tragedy. Yet the faces of those lost, Mid-Dye Rivers, Paula Weldon, James Tedford, Paul Jepson, Frida Langer, remain ghostly figures in Vermont's woods. No tombstones mark their absence. No answers satisfy. The Bennington Triangle remains open for investigation and for fear. Some places simply don't let go of the missing. In the Bennington Triangle, the woods may have swallowed them, but the stories persist. If you ever walk those trails, leave a log or sign at the marker, because you'll be walking where others vanished, and the echoes may still be listening. Thank you for watching Poise Untold Stories. Subscribe for more true horror, real mystery, and unsolved cases from around the world. Until the next story,